Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a great day and you are welcome to today's session where we talk about the production of phosphoric acid. So, what is phosphoric acid in the first place? Phosphoric acid is a colorless, odorless, non volatile inorganic compound which is soluble in both water and in ethanol. Pure phosphoric acid is a crystalline solid at room temperature and has a melting point of 42.35 degrees Celsius or 108.2 degrees Fahrenheit. When the acid is exposed to red heat and then cooled to room temperature, it forms a transparent brittle glass. Phosphoric acid has a wide variety of uses. Some of these uses include application to steel parts for corrosion resistance and lubrication. It is also used in carbonated drinks to add a tangy acidic flavor as well as prevent microbial growth. Phosphoric acid also helps to control the pH of cosmetic products and personal care products. It can also be found to be used as animal feed supplements, in dental cements, in pharmaceutical products, in textile industries, and most importantly, in the production of plant fertilizer. Fun fact, about 90% of phosphoric acid is produced each year and is mainly used in the fertilizer manufacturing industry. Now that we have previewed ourselves to what phosphoric acid is, let's look at the process by which phosphoric acid can be produced. There are two main methods that are used for the production of phosphoric acid, and these methods are the wet and the thermal processes. The wet process comprises the reaction step, the filtration step, and the concentration step. During the reaction step, the phosphate rock is crushed and mixed with strong acids such as sulfuric acid in the reactor vessel. In this reaction, the tricalcium phosphate in the phosphate rock is converted to phosphoric acid and an insoluble salt known as gypsum. After this step, we move to the filtration step. During this step, gypsum crystals are filtered and separated from the acid. The resulting phosphoric acid contains about 32% phosphate. Then we move to the concentration step. The intermediate grade acid is then concentrated via evaporation to a commercial specification of 54% phosphate. Now let's talk about the thermal process. The thermal process comprises the combustion step, the hydration step, and the demising step. During the combustion step, the phosphate rock is mixed with a certain amount of flux and a reducing agent and then heated in an electric furnace to the temperature of about 1450 degrees Celsius, causing the phosphate rock to be reduced from the rock to a gaseous form called phosphate pentoxide. This is then cooled and condenses into yellow phosphorus, which is a waxy solid with a high reactivity. Then we move to the hydration step. During this step, the phosphorus pentoxide is then hydrated with dilute H3PO4 or water to produce strong phosphoric acid liquid. Then we move to the demisting step, and this step involves the removal of phosphoric acid mist from the combustion gas stream before it is released into the atmosphere. Both wet process and thermal process are used to make phosphoric acid of different purity levels, and the wet process is used to make phosphoric acid of low purity, which are mainly used for phosphate-based fertilizers, whilst the thermal process is used to produce acid of high purity, which are used in carbonated drinks, pharmaceutical products, and animal feed supplements. So this shows the process flow diagram for the production of phosphoric acid. Now let us look at the layout of the units or structures that may be found on our phosphoric acid company site. Process layouts are normally found in firms that may require different processing requirements and sequences of operations. So that's referring to our company site. So on our company site, we can find a control room, and this is required to monitor and control on-site operations. There is also an administration building which serves as the central hub for the management of operations. There is also a storage area, which is a space where all the processed and packaged phosphoric acid is stored safely. Again, you can find a service area, and inside the service area, you can find boilers, compressors, refrigeration systems, cooling towers, among others. This area is quite broad, and the machines in this area are used to carry out diverse steps in the manufacturing process of phosphoric acid. Now let us dive into the computer needs of the company. In our present day and age, every company has some basic computer devices that enable the company to carry out operations smoothly and successfully, and this company is no different. In the production of phosphoric acid, there are a variety of devices that are required in order to smoothen the production process, and these devices can be grouped into input devices and output devices. Under input devices, we can find chemical sensors, thermocouples, and barcode scanners. Chemical sensors and thermocouples both have similar functions, and they both detect a fault in the system. When they detect the fault, they transmit information to the computer servers. Barcode scanners, on the other hand, are used to track materials and are typically found in the packaging and the storage area. Now we come to output devices. Under output devices, we can find alarm systems and screens. Alarm systems trigger visual and audible alerts. Some systems auto adjust valves or shut down equipment when the alarms activate. The screens are placed to store alarm logs for incident analysis and regulatory reporting. Now that we have looked at the computer needs of the company, let us dive into the software needs of the company, because we know that computer devices cannot run without softwares. So what is a software? A software is any program, procedure, and routine that enable a computer or a computer device to perform specific tasks. So the following are some of the software needs of the company: process control and automation. This ensures the manufacturing process is completed accurately and consistently, maintaining required quality standard throughout the production cycle. Some of these softwares include APN and IBM Cloud Pak. Enterprise resource planning. This helps organizations simplify their core business processes, including finance, HR, manufacturing, supply chain, and sales. Some of these softwares include RIKE, MRPC, VOGSY, and Resource Guru. Then we come to predictive maintenance and IoT, Internet of Things. This is proactive machinery maintenance based on real-time data from IoT sensors to determine when machinery will break down. Some IoT devices include smart sensors and industrial robots. The This does not only extend the equipment's lifespan, it also saves time and cost. Energy management systems. This implements modern energy consumption monitoring and control systems. Some software include Johnson Controls and NVIDIA. Manufacturing execution systems. This is a software designed to optimize the manufacturing process. Some of these include Aviva and Delmias. Then we come to the last but not the least, Programmable Logic Controller (PLC). Programmable logic controller provides real-time control and monitoring capabilities. It reduces human errors and enhances overall process efficiency. Some include elevators and excavators. Now that we have studied the computer and the software needs of the company, let us dive in and look at the computer network connectivity and how the devices can be connected in order to enable sharing of data between them. Network connectivity refers to a way by which two or more devices can be connected in order to enable them to share data and information. Network connectivity can be grouped into two types, which are wired and wireless connections. Wired connections were used long before wireless technology was introduced. Wireless connections are preferred to wired connections these days because wired connections cost more due to the cost of wires. Also, wired connections are slower and less efficient with data as compared to the wireless connections. It is also harder to expand the coverage area of wired connections on the company sites. Now, there are different types of network connections, some of which include local area network, wide area network, personal area network, controller area network, virtual private network, and wireless local area network. But on the company side, the most preferred network connection that should be applied is the wireless local area network. This is because local area network is preferable for regions that are not particularly large, for example, a company site, but the wireless local area network has the edge over the local area network because it is wireless. Now let us talk about network topology. Network topology goes hand in hand with network connectivity, with network topology being the arrangement of different elements such as nodes or devices in the computer network. Now, there are different types of network topology, some of which include the star topology, the bus topology, the mesh topology, the tree topology, the point-to-point topology, and so many others. But then the best topology that should go with the wireless local area network is the star topology. This is because in a star topology, all the devices are connected to a central point, and this makes it easy to manage and to troubleshoot.